I do my own.
So how far are we into the same section?
17th week.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday the 18th. Y'all keeping up?
I am checking with the patient, but I am putting away money.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you put away money,
Yeah.
that's the most
I'd
important.
rather
right?
start from the end to the, then pay the top amount and then work my way back.
Yeah, that's what I said. Only because when you're in a 52 week, if you think in terms of most of us have employers that pay us holiday pay, so you're getting that extra money, so it's easier to do the $52, $51. I always say just scratch it off. And so if you get to a week when you don't have the dollar amount and you have $12 and this is a 22nd week, then just scratch off the week that you have. You know what I mean? And then it'll balance itself out. That's just my way of thinking. But we are on the 17th week and I have had great response to it. You know, I can't monitor if everybody's keeping up with it, but people are constantly like in my inbox, like, can you tell me what week we on? Then, you know, I do my live video on Sunday. Yeah, sometimes I have quite a few people watching, but by the end of the week, and I see, I'm like, okay, a couple hundred people have tuned in and watched it. So if one person changes their saving habits, then it was successful to me.
Yeah, it's like, you know, teach people like financial stability and discipline how to.
Yeah. So I tried to do it different this year too. So I was just like, how do you get people to be interested when it's something that we really don't talk about? So I tried to do, 1 week we had Stephanie Harmon, she did the budgeting.
Yeah, I watched that one.
Which I think that's important because people be like, well, I don't budget. If you're paying your bills, you budget. Maybe you're not writing it down, but you're budgeting. So then she did a good segment that was really good. And then I had Lisa Hood, she talked about insurance. So again, that was one of the things that I feel that's important because people always be like, mind your business, that's none of your business. But I think it is our business in the sense that when we have
you're talking about life insurance. Right?
Life insurance.
Right.
Because, you know, some people say it's haram, and I understand that and everything.
What's the reason for them saying it's haram?
Because they're saying that Allah is the guarantee of your life. Like, you know, that's how it was explained to me. Not that I think like that, but that's how someone explained it to me. You know, and I just was like, okay, but if you're going to take that position, then you would have to be hardlined on everything because you have life insurance, you have car insurance, you have homeowners insurance, you have medical insurance, you have, you know, so I just think that we put so many obstacles in front of things, but I also feel that you think that it's okay to ask somebody to help you bury your child? Like, really? So if you're your child's protector and you're supposed to support them or whatever, you know, if you can say to your child, I'm willing to buy you a pair of Jordans every month and not be like, oh, I got $15 on a life insurance policy, then I don't know what it is that you're teaching them, you know? And I'm not saying like, we don't live in a culture where we have a community that picks up the fees for janazas and things of that nature. Yeah. But you can only take that position and stand in that if you were able to be a critical thinker. You know what I mean? People aren't, you know, they just hear you say, oh no, you know, and then they be like, well, why you come up with that? Like, that's none of your business. Yes, it is. Because I went to work for this $20 and you think it's okay for you to ask me for my $20? And I believe sometime like earlier in the late part of 2018, we had so many deaths in the community that if you totaled how many people you gave $20 to, you could have bought a policy for one of those kids for the whole time. You know, for the whole year. But again, when these kids get whatever, they meet their demise, and you look and see they got on Jordans, they got on Armani Exchange belt, True Religion jeans, a polo shirt. If you look at the material stuff that they have on, why aren't we having a conversation about why? And even if you don't do life insurance, a janazah is how much?
How much?
Like $3,500? Right?
Yeah.
So some people have on $3,500 worth of stuff. So why didn't you just take that money and
just pay
put
for
it?
it?
Yeah. So, you know, I don't want to encourage anybody to do something that's wrong or whatever, but I'm just saying for myself, because there are times, or there has been times that I did not have money, you know.
But they don't, even in the life insurance party, what's that brother name? Jawan?
Dewan, yeah.
Yeah, when he was here, he was explaining one of the clauses in the life insurance is that what? You pay the sudden death, it's just $15,000 and that's it. That pay for your funeral expenses and stuff like that. It ain't nothing.
It's not
all
like
it
you
goes
saying
towards.
like I don't know too many people that have 200,000, 300,000. Like you're trying to make money off of someone's death. Like I don't understand that. But if it's enough to cover your expenses and I don't see the problem with that. And also I know somebody that was Muslim that passed, Allah called them back, and they sat in the freezer for a minute.
Yeah, I know. I actually know.
And that's with this being a Muslim community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And most of the times the GoFundMe are not for Muslims. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? So when do we pick and choose like what it is? But for me, it's just about however you do it, save money, but I
I
think,
see what you're saying, like the alternatives. All right, if you're not going to do that way,
yeah,
then at least have
Have
some
something
money
else.
saved up for that.
somewhere else,
Or just pay it off. Like
Yeah.
go to the funeral home.
and pay it
Yeah,
off.
and be like,
Because you can prepay.
Yeah, I know I can pay for the pot.
Yeah. So think about it. Have a different option, because just to be like sitting and saying, okay, well, we live right here, I just ask.
All the Muslims.
Yeah, not even all the Muslims, just everybody. They just don't have no shame. I don't know if shame is the right word, but I don't know if I would feel comfortable, and inshallah I never have to be dealt with not having enough to cover the expenses for my children, but hopefully the choices that I make when I'm of sound mind be sufficient for what I need to do for them, because they're still your children, so, and even in as you get older, you don't know what your children are going to be doing. Are they going to make the right decisions? Or if you raise them being Muslim, when you meet your demise, if they're going to give you your rights, you don't know how many people we know Muslim parents have them up in the church with a suit on. You be like, oh, I thought he was Muslim, but you didn't have anything written down, So with saving and sexy, I always say that is much more than just about saving money. Like if it's a forum for me to get people to start talking about stuff we need to talk about, then okay, I'm fine with that, because I thought about my grandmother, like most grandmothers, have a hand in raising grandchildren for whatever reason, the breakdown of the family. But always on Saturday, Lincoln would pull out in front of my grandmother's house, and she'd be like, go upstairs and get that envelope for that, and you go upstairs and she had a pink envelope, and it was a policy in there for everybody, her kids, their kids, their kids, and you like, it's $2 for, we're talking years ago, and she's like, well, Grandma, why you don't get just one money order? She got money order for every $2. You like, what? So, I mean, it's the mindset of that generation. That's what they did. So, but when you know better, you're supposed to do better.
Yeah, plus I can't remember ever hearing about, when I was growing up, anybody asking for money.
Me
for
neither.
funeral purposes.
I was thinking that too. You never heard that. You had rent parties. People had rent parties, they said, but I don't even remember that.
I never hear nobody ever say that.
So what is your take on life insurance?
I don't have no problem with life insurance. I don't know what's the big fuss about that.
Yeah.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And do you know that most employers actually take out life insurance on
Yeah,
you?
my job do that too.
So my talk on that would be the same as when we get around the holidays, people start saying, "Oh well, I don't celebrate Christmas, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving." But they get, I'll take all the overtime pay that folks don't want.
Yeah.
How are you picking and choosing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Or
say
they
that
say,
all the time.
yeah, like I really don't understand that, and so
They were like, nah, I don't celebrate Christmas, but thank you for the bonus.
yes,
You know?
yeah, if they get a bonus,
Yeah,
exactly.
but you like, no, the bonus is associated with Christmas, so make up your mind. Either you're gonna take the bonus or you're not.
Yep, everything that as far as holiday pay is based on, a holiday. So you never push
You're
away
not
from that.
gonna-
That's actually
You're not gonna tell them like, listen, I don't want that extra time and a half because I don't celebrate New Year's.
Yeah, they don't even know how to make.
They're like, just give me
Just take
back
8
the
hours
school.
off my paycheck, because that's what it amounts to, right? So, if that's what you think,
Yeah, but that's a gift. That's not more like
take it and give it to Sadaqah.
yeah.
So I don't know.
Like we had this discussion, we were talking about that at the job. Like if somebody gave you a gift from your job for Christmas, it was like, listen, I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but I got you this gift. And it's like, can you take it or not? It's like, of course you can take the gift.
Mm-hmm.
They stated their intentions, like, I know you don't celebrate Christmas, but I still got you a gift. So it changes, it shifts from being a holiday gift to them just getting you a gift.
Yes.
So you're like, what do you mean you don't want to take it? No, that's a Christmas gift.